We will be talking about the main sort of like holidays to keep in mind when you are planning for your upcoming Q1. And we've prepared some really cool examples. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Email Einstein, the podcast by Flowium. We are your host, Vera Sadlak.
And Andrei Boch.
And we're happy to have you guys back. This is officially the first episode of the year 2024. How exciting, right?
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Listen, it's like been 4 years. 4 years since Corona started. And it's like built.
No way. Is it? I mean, technically it is because it started in 2019 or like 2020. Yeah. It's insane. It's like a distant memory. It's like a distant memory that I like literally blocked. It's like it never existed. I like had COVID like a few days ago.
Really?
And I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm back too. We were recording podcast with you when I was having like Corona and everything. Like,
oh really? Did
it
I
was
ask
okay.
You about it?
No.
I need to re-listen.
No.
I need to re-listen.
No, it's just like I took like literally one day off because I didn't feel well. But then like the next day I was like back to my normal self. It was like weird. But yeah, it wasn't like too bad. So anyways, it's like a distant memory for us. 4 years. Wow, that's crazy. It
looks like you still have your old background. So
I still do.
You didn't move yet.
I mean, right now when we are recording this podcast, it's still the year 2023 for me. So the future me...
Why did you reveal the secret?
Oh, because it's a bit obvious, Andrei. Yeah, so the future me, hopefully the episode, like the 2 episodes from now, you guys will see my probably empty background because I'm moving into an apartment that has nothing. So yeah, that's exciting.
Nice.
It will be fine. My apartment is like something like 200 years or even more. It's like a really old London, like a typical London house. It's like more than 200 years. And probably I'm going to have my like pet ghost or something. Because
my first house that I bought in New York City, in New York, it was 1901. So 120 something.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't even know they have that old houses in New York still. That's crazy.
Of course you do.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. Like the quality with which they built must be amazing because I mean, it's been over 100 years. I know that my house won't survive that long because I mean, it's already like a crap. That the house we live in Vancouver has been built like 10 years ago, but I don't think it's going to survive that long. Well, anyways, on a more exciting note.
Let's do the shift.
Let's do the shift. The smooth one, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You guys, we prepared some exciting topic for you today. An exciting topic, and we will be talking about all of the cool content ideas for Q1. We will be talking about the main sort of like holidays to keep in mind when you are planning for your upcoming Q1. And we've prepared some really cool examples. Some of the examples will be from our clients, some of the examples from like the people that we share and love, or like the brands that we share and love. And some of them are just from like social media and all of the exciting campaigns that inspired us. So let's start from the beginning.
And before we continue, I mean, if you're listening to us, we strongly recommend to go to our YouTube because we will be showing those examples. And also on our website, we have a lot of resources with detailed breakdown of holidays. Today, we'll do the general overview of the main holidays. We do recommend you to do campaigns on, but on our website, again, we have very detailed list with a lot of examples.
Right. So let's start from the monthly awarenesses that we will be observing through the months of January. So in January, we have few sort of like big topics. Dry January is the big topic, believe it or not, because a lot of people, they have this like promise to themselves of like not drinking alcohol. So, and like after the holidays, they're doing this like the whole like detox thing and stuff like that. So Dry January, you can plan some exciting campaigns for that.
When you said Dry January, the first thought I have, it's a scam because January January, like heat and the change of temperature. So you like it's typically where you put lotion on your hand. I thought that's why they call dry January. Okay.
I mean, that's
My
your
mist.
unique reading. But if you guys are in skincare, I guess that's how you can use this theme of the months. Also, the veganuary is the big one. So it's like vegan January. That's something I'm probably not going to be observing this year. I'm not a big fan of vegan food, especially when I'm like in Europe and cheese is so good here. So veganuary, you guys, if you're in that industry, try it. And also it's a mental wellness month. So if you are in some like wellness industry, or if you're like working with some wellness brands, definitely something to talk about. Andri, let's start from January 1st, the New Year's Day. What exciting campaigns people can be sending on January the 1st? This is like the big one, too big to miss.
So before I tell which campaigns, I would strongly recommend not to send those campaigns in AM. At least started at about 12 p.m. or maybe even evening, because it might be useless. Maybe not everybody celebrates the whole night, but it would be day off, and people will probably sleep a little bit longer.
I've seen this like TikTok videos where parents like they celebrate fake New Year for kids. So they basically like change the time on all of the devices. They celebrate New Year at 8 p.m. Kids think that they waited through the midnight. They all celebrate. They pop the fake champagne. Kids go to bed, and parents gonna like keep partying. So that actually might be my scenario. It's very hard for me to like wait until the midnight every year. So
Same here.
You can send me 6 a.m. email, no problem, on January the 1st.
Same here. We didn't celebrate as a family. I mean, when I lived with parents a lot, New Year, so it's not kind of big holiday for me.
Okay, so Andri, we briefly talked about like the popular resolutions, but like, can you remind our listeners what are the most like popular New Year resolutions that people will be doing this year?
Sure. It's like eating more healthy, lose weight, spend less. Honestly, I'm saying those, but I hate when I'm saying those because it's such a generic things. It's not real goals, but anyway. Reduce stress, quit smoking, and the other things.
All of the big ones. And honestly, these are all of the good topics to capitalize on at the beginning of the year, because the New Year, New You topic is still the very like big topic through the entire months of January. What I like actually are a bit of an opposite, the campaigns that are like New Year, Stay You, or like New Year, Same You kind of campaigns that have like a big emphasis on like improving yourself, but like not changing yourself completely. So if you're in that self-improvement industry, if you're selling supplements, planners, skincare, whatever, New Year, Stay You or New Year, Same You can still be a really good approach to that entire topic.
I would say even like simple Happy New Year. It doesn't have to go crazy. And I believe this is what you have example for Caudalene brand. Or how do you pronounce that?
So it's Caudale or something. I think it's a French word or whatever.
Okay. My French is very poor. Yeah, so just listen. You don't have to come up with something crazy. Just Happy New Year and best wishes and blah, 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 stuff like that. It doesn't have to be as fancy.
Right. And what I also liked, and this is actually one of the brands that we worked with, they call the Better brand, amazing company that sells this. I think they're like protein high bagels or something.
Yeah, I was eating them for a year, but I'm now sick and tired of them.
So it's interesting that you mention it, Andri, because this brand, instead of like promoting popular resolutions for their customers, they actually made the resolution for themselves as a brand and presented it to their audience. So basically they promised to themselves to invest more in their R&D, research and development initiatives, and like develop more new products. So that was like an interesting approach. I've never never like seen brands doing that before. And I really,
Nice.
really like that. So who knows, Andre, maybe like next year they will come up with like a new product.
No, but I think it's not their fault. I said like second entire. It's not their fault. I was just buying one type of their bagels, but they have variety one, and I want to confirm because this is email from 2023 probably,
Right.
or maybe because they did come up with a new bagel flavors, and they were testing new flavors this year a lot.
Right. Yeah. But I really like that like little spin on the traditional New Year resolution kind of thing. So on January 3rd, continuing on that topic of mind body wellness, January 3rd is celebrated as International Mind and Body Wellness Day. Andre, are there any like mind and body wellness products that you will be investing in at the beginning of the year, or that you typically buy at the end of the year, or at the beginning of the year, I mean?
Actually, yes, but I already have them. Maybe not investing new one, but continue buying. You probably don't know this, but you hooked up on me on some kind of health products. Before we hike Kilimanjaro, you told me the vitamins I need to take. So I was taking since last December until March when we did the climb. And when I went to my nutritionist, she told me just continue taking those vitamins. So I'm taking those vitamins. And recently, and honestly, there's some improvements in health I noticed, which were even crazy nice. I mean, and recently I started taking the vitamins for brain. It's from some tree. I forgot the name, but it's from Brain Doctor. So probably investing in something new, no, but continue just buying.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that like little altitude training routine worked for you, and that you continue crushing that, just like preparing for the new heights, I guess, right, Andre? This year.
Actually, I'm hiking Mount this Saturday. Like I hope there will be snow. So like here in Catskills.
That's exciting.
No, not Catskills. Adirondack, New York.
Right. It's not going to be another 6K mountain, though, right?
No,
it's going to be something.
It would be like,
something more modest. Honestly, I promised to myself that I'm not going to do that like high altitude thing again, like ever. The last time I felt like so bad. It was like so hard for me, like the last day of our hike. But guess what? I'm like researching my next big adventure now. So it happens every year. Every year it happens. Like it's hard to keep promises to yourself, right?
But I love the example you're showing, especially Tianic. I believe this is the brand you're working on, correct?
Right. This is like one of my brands that we sell the wellness drinks for. So this campaign we actually did for fall, but it can be easily repurposed for winter as well. So instead of doing just like a quick promotion of all of the products, what we've done, we basically come up with like a list of things that help you, like the rituals almost that help you to boost your immunity system and prepare it for the colder weather. And also we made our products, we made them a part of that like ritual, a part of that like recommendations, which was pretty awesome. And it didn't feel too salesy, if you know what I mean. So we did explain the benefits of the product, but also we provided some value that they can, like some actual tips that they can use. And we actually have done similar to one more brand that sells a supplement. So we kind of combined the sale and recommendations for, we call it 5 habits for feel good fall. And one of those, or like few of those recommendations, they are actually built around the products that we sell. But the rest of it is just like generic value that you can use even if you don't purchase this product. So yeah.
I like how you do it. Like if you compare 2 emails that we just spoke about, again, go to YouTube to see it. But I like how in each email you personalize hero image for the audience, because I know for Progressive NutriCare, it's an older generation. And for Tianic, it's more towards to like, I don't know, like 20, 30, probably 30 to 40 years old, the product. So I like how, I mean, it's such a major difference.
Right. And what is interesting, it's actually the same designer who's working on both brands. And I think he did like an amazing job capturing this like two different audiences.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. So big shout out to our design team. I also like this like one email that I'm subscribed to. Basically, like instead of doing this like promotional emails, they have this like longer form email newsletter every week. It's very like intentional. They do tell like a story about the brand, about the founder, and stuff like that. But also they do provide some like real studies about like mind and body wellness. So you can also create like a newsletter around this topic, which is like really good. To continue on that like mind and body wellness trend, January 15th is the Blue Monday. Andre, do you know what the Blue Monday is?
No, but this is something probably about those people who live somewhere and they like live longer. That kind of concept?
No, that's actually completely different. You're thinking about the blue zones, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean it's completely different. You are like so far from what it really is.
But the color is the same, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the Smurfs are blue too, but it's like completely different thing. But
that's why
the
they
Blue Monday,
are they? The Smurfs. Yeah,
I don't know.
They live forever in our Netflixes and Disney Pluses.
Maybe. Well, Blue Monday is actually the third Monday of January, and it's considered the most depressing day of the year, like scientifically speaking. So they have this like formula where they took into accountability weather, debt amount, monthly salary, time since Christmas, believe it or not, time since falling out of New Year's resolution. They divided it by low motivational levels. And they also kept into the account the feeling of need to take an action. So they like literally developed this like huge formula and calculated. And January,
this is crazy.
This is crazy. But I actually read this article that this is like a bullshit. To be honest, it is not as scientific as marketers want us to believe in. But actually, they kinda learned about the happiest day of the year as well. Andre, do you have like a guess, like what part of the year or what day of the year would be like statistically
summer or beginning of the summer?
Yeah, you're right. So the July 20th to 25th is like the happiest day of the year, apparently.
Let me just play devil advocate. So on Blue Monday, January 15, I'm sending the message saying, Mr. Klein or Mrs. Klein, like today you're supposed to be depressed, but we don't want you to be depressed, so here are discounts, stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
But if the person is not depressed...
I mean, you can form it differently. You can change the message a bit. For example, like Ryanair did this amazing campaign a few years ago. They said like, we know Blue Monday isn't a real thing, but to kickstart your week with we provide you like 20% off your next getaway or something. Or like EasyJet did the similar thing and they capitalized on this campaign. Basically they said that the orange is new blue, and they also did some big like promotion for some like holiday destinations or something. So there are the ways to like turn everything around. I know that we will be promoting for like one of my supplements brand that I work with. We will be promoting supplements that help you to boost your moods or like your cognitive abilities, like in the months of January, like scientifically speaking, and we'll explain why you need to take certain supplements during the months of January. So yeah, I mean, you can tweak it really nicely. Nice. And yeah, last year, one of my wellness brands that I work with, this campaign, it actually outperformed the Black Friday, Cyber Monday when we were like pushing the wellness products during the months of January. So yeah, believe it or not, you can work with that as well. January 18th, get to know your customer day. What ideas, Andre, do you have for this type of campaigns, and why are they important?
So I think this is amazing marketing campaign, holiday or a date where you can get more information for your customer. Either depends what is your brand is all about. If you're selling clothing, maybe it's like gender, who you're shopping for. Do you have a kids? Do you have a pet? If it's vitamin brands, like what are you trying to focus to improve, and basically to get different kind of feedback from the client and maybe reward them with either discount or store credit.
Right. Yeah, no, it's a great way to collect that like zero party data, right? During the first months of January, I also follow one like fashion brand, and they did this amazing thing where they basically created the sequence of two campaigns. Campaign number one was like, tell us about your favorite stuff in our store, like what you love the most, and we will give you 15% off in exchange. Email number two was like, these are the list of the items our community loves the most. So you kind of give them the discount code, and if they haven't like used it, you provide them some recommendations on what to purchase. So yeah, it's a great way to collect that zero party data and to remind your customer that you appreciate them and that you actually appreciate their opinion. Cool. Okay, let's move to February. We're just going to give you a super quick overview of the months of February and all of the exciting ideas that we have for February. But if you want to learn more about the months of February, or if you need more ideas, we do have the calendar, like the full calendar for you that you can download on our website. Just like scroll to the description box and we'll link everything for you. Cool. Very briefly, before we go into the holidays, monthly awarenesses. It's a Black History Month. It's a National Cancer Prevention Month, American Healthy Heart Month, and Humpback Whale Awareness Month.
What is that? Humpback whale?
It's just a type of whale, that like the animal. Like apparently it's a big thing. So yeah, I mean, it will be celebrated in Vancouver for sure because we do have a ton of humpback whales. Like literally no one even like care about them because there are like so many of them. It's just like a regular thing.
Want to discover how much money your email marketing can actually bring you? If that's the case, let our team of email marketing experts show you how. With our free email marketing audit, we'll conduct a comprehensive analysis of your email marketing efforts, provide you with an action plan, and show you how to effectively segment and convert your audience. Simply go to flowium.com/audit and book your audit today.
Cool. Very briefly, February the 2nd is the Groundhog Day. Andre, do you like follow the entire Groundhog Day thing on the social media?
No, on social media, no, but I'm very into it because my daughter, she goes to school and she's like, before the Groundhog Day, she kind of prepares me that there's Groundhog Day is upcoming, and when is he did what he has to do, like
see his shadow or something, yes. Whatever it means. Yeah, I'm like still not sure how scientific this approach is.
But it's huge here in US, so I would strongly recommend to have some kind of spin, some campaign around it. So I like what you have it here from GNC.
Oh, it's so cute, right?
Yeah, when the shadow of the groundhog is the bodybuilder. It's
right.
I mean, it's very creative, simple but creative.
Yeah, and it says like, we predict you'll be stronger than ever this year, Groundhog Day. It's cute.
Yeah, nice.
But also, and it just shows you that like any brand can actually capitalize on that, right? For example, that like Fiat USA, the car company, they said that welcome spring, but we actually ready to handle more winter because they just launched this like new all-wheel drive vehicle apparently.
It's so like they Fiat, but a little bit bigger on steroids.
It's hard to imagine like Fiat on steroids. Like, how would that even look? I don't know.
Oh, you didn't see it? You didn't see it?
No,
like,
no, I haven't.
It's like Fiat, but somebody like put, like the balloon thing, and it's like popped. It's like bigger.
Now I'm curious. That's cool. Yeah, or like a few more campaigns that we really liked. One was from Tidy Cats, and there was like this sad cat sitting on the chair or whatever, saying like, when you realize no one cares about your weather theories, #Groundhog Day. Well, anyways, you can do a lot with this campaign. If you're launching some spring campaigns, or if you're launching some like spring products, spring related collection or something, you can also like launch it on February the 2nd. That's a fun little thing that you can talk about. February the 4th, World Cancer Day. I'm really excited about this one, especially because like this campaign that I'm going to share with you, it's my friend's campaign, the brand that she works with. So February 4th is the World Cancer Day. If you have some sort of like special collection launch, or if you have some causes that you support, definitely talk about this cause. I know that our client Lulalu, they do like this big campaign every year where they are talking about some of the cancer survivors who are their customers and stuff like that. But the campaign that I really like, and shout out to my friend who came up with this amazing idea, just like to give you guys some background. This is the Finnish brand. They are like located in Finland, and they have this like amazing custom made wool, I don't know, like wool hats. They sell wool hats, wool sweaters, wool knitting sets and stuff like that. And the thing is, all of their products, they are made by this like real authentic Finnish grandmas. So all of the products are like handmade. And this sounds like a really cute little brand, but in fact, they are huge, and they are on like Paris Fashion Week, and they are in the Galeries Lafayette. They've been to like New York Fashion Week. This is a really cool brand. And last year, or actually this year, what they've done, they came up with this collaboration with a Swedish brand called Fiskars. Do you, Andre, know what Fiskars is? It's like a big... No. Caesars brand. You've seen their iconic Caesars, this like orange Caesars or whatever. So they had this collaboration with this brand where they basically launched the entire collection of like pink and gray products, and like 10 euros from like each product that they sold went to like support the cause. That campaign was very successful because they came up with this like really cool sweater idea. So this is like a sweater with this like boobs on it, basically like knitted on them. Yeah, just like the outline. Definitely go and check it out. But this campaign was like so successful. And right now in Finland, you probably can like see like gazillion of people wearing this like boob sweater, men or women, like whatever. And this campaign was fun. That shows you that even though it's a sad cause, right? The cancer awareness, you can still have some fun with it. So definitely go and check out.
Just curious, like online, I mean, I get it in retail, like when you go to local retail, but online, do you need to start promoting this earlier so you can, let's say, wear it on this day, or you just do...
Definitely.
Okay.
No, they had this like huge promotion. It was, I think, like months long or something. They were going to like fashion weeks with these products. It was a collaboration with like Swedish brand. Like both of the brands were talking about it. And I mean, it wasn't like a day thing. It was like a months long thing. And I think they still have this like products on their website. And I mean, it's not a cheap product. I think the sweater is like something like 400 euros or like 300 euros, but it's still, I mean...
Really?
It's a high fashion, Andre. Yeah, it's a very...
Grandma is bowling.
I mean, they are so cool. Go and check out their website. I'm like obsessed with them. I went to their headquarters last year. It's called Musi Farmi. It's MYSSY, Musi.
I see. Yeah,
and it's basically... everything is handmade by this like little local grandmas. Yet it's like a high fashion thing, you know, and it's almost like a thing of status. And like all of the wool is like sourced from Finland. All of the products are like Finland made. I've met these grandmas. I went to their like headquarters. Such a cool little company. Yeah. Cool. Andre, the February 5th, it should be like the International Andre Day because it's Nutella Day.
I'm sober for at least a year, so unfortunately...
Guys, just like to give you some background, it's a World Nutella Day, and Andre was hooked on Nutella for years.
Obsessed.
What happened, Andre? How come you're sober?
My nutritionist told me to stay off from dairy products, and I mean, I saw a lot of improvements in my body and how I feel when I am dairy free. So, but Nutella has dairy in it. So unfortunately, I cannot have it.
What a bummer, Andre. I mean, otherwise, maybe it's not the supplement routine that you've introduced that had such a big improvement to your health.
No, I did a lot of changes to my kind of body in the last year in terms of supplements, vitamins, and staying dairy free. Unfortunately, I cannot stay alcohol free. I don't know why.
You can give it a try someday. Dry January, hey, I mean.
I was trying for like, I don't know, like a week. But when week is coming, I need to
the
party a
longest
little
week
bit.
of your life, probably,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I really liked what this like one British brand actually did for the World Nutella Day. They had this like little test that had like two options, like how are you feeling? Terrible? Then can you do something about it? Yes. Good, have a Nutella. Or how are you feeling? Awesome, have a Nutella. So basically, like in any scenario, Nutella is a good option,
But
unless you're hungry.
this is cool game. Come on. I think this is a cool campaign, and theoretically, you can use with any product.
With anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So you should use this example. You
This
should
is a
use
sweet
this idea.
Yeah, yeah. And then the big one, February 11th, is a Super Bowl Sunday. This is like, I think, the biggest marketing moment of the year for a lot of companies, not just companies that like promote themselves on the Super Bowl, but also for companies that just like any commerce company, I guess. I read that like on average, like an average American household spends something like around $100 on just like Super Bowl Sunday snacks and food and like all the memorabilia and stuff like that.
It's a big thing here.
It's a big thing. Yeah, apparently. I've never experienced it. Are you like celebrating it? Are you like going all in? No, not your thing?
I never even watched the football, so...
yeah, we lost a lot of subscribers just now, Andrei. Yeah. Thank you so much. But apparently it's a big thing for like all of the email marketers. There are some like really cool campaigns that you can do, especially if you are in like a food industry, if you're selling some snacks or drinks. You can maybe come up with some sort of like Super Bowl snacks campaign few days or even like a week before the holiday.
I love that Castaway campaign where you kind of need to submit a winner, where kind of they show you two teams. I mean, this is fun. It's kind of, you need to predict, and I would assume they might have some kind of additional information they collect on the submission, like are you male or female, like that you don't think when you're giving away, because the main thing you need to give them the answer, and they're giving you the chance to get $250 gift card if that company wins.
And even if it doesn't, as far as I understand, all you need to do is just like fill out the survey, submit the pick. Okay. And by like submitting your prediction, it's just like the part of gamification, right? But by submitting that prediction, you basically get added to the list and you can win $250.
And actually,
really
like
cool.
I'm thinking about this, so I will do 2 more campaigns after the game saying, hey, you pick the losing team, but don't worry, here's a like chance to, here's 10% off, don't be upset, blah blah blah, and you spend a different way for winning company. Congratulations, you were right on point with the company, your selection.
Right, yeah, and it's super easy because all of that data is like recorded, say if you're using Klaviyo in like custom property. So you can like segment based on their answers, which is really cool. Yeah. So, I mean, there are some a bit like more obvious campaigns, like 20% off flash sale off some memorabilia, or some maybe like the colors of the teams that are playing or something like that. But definitely don't ignore this event because this is a big one. As big probably as the Valentine's Day, February 14th. Andrei, like what are your favorite sort of like brands when it comes to like Valentine's Day campaigns? Do you have any emails that stood out to you last year?
To be honest, nothing on top of my mind that I can say that stood out.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's called, I forgot the brand. I think it's like Wrap or something. But basically, to give you guys some background, they have this email called the Swolmates giveaway. So they have this huge, like an equipment piece, and they have this app where you can use the 3D app where basically you can see how this thing would look like in your space. So what they recommended to do, step 1, they recommended to download the app. Step 2, they recommended to put this rack somewhere in the middle of the room, like in some like random space that definitely this equipment does not belong to. Step 3, send this screenshot to your loved one. And step 4, just like wait for them to freak out. Of course, it's a joke, but I mean, it's just like
this
cute.
This is so amazing.
Right?
I love it. This is so fun.
It's very creative, yeah. And I mean, it kind of motivates you to download their app, which is amazing, right? Because we know that like the app shopping is like so much more effective than just like a regular like the website shopping, and it's just like adds that like little fun to your inbox. I think it's cute. Yeah. Also, one email that I like is from the brand Makpa. Andrei, did you know that they are actually the Ukrainian company?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually,
they're
before our call, I was checking out to get consultation from them, from one of their employees.
yeah, they are apparently like the biggest Mac cleaning app in the world or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they big.
they are super cool. And like last year, they had this like email that said, I just cleaned to say I love you. You know, like in this song, I just called to say I love you. It was like in their email, it was like, I just cleaned to say I love you. How cute is
Nice,
this?
nice.
It's like for the Valentine's Day. One example that I really liked from Twitter, and it was in UK, I think. And honestly, I started seeing more like UK references. Surprise, surprise. But I think they are very like funny, genuinely funny. So they just like Twitter, what they did last year, they just like reposted some of the popular tweets about the holiday. So yeah, they just like repurposed them in Subway. And one of them I really liked. Yo, I'm really awkward. Good luck to whoever is about to date me. Like join Twitter. So yeah, there are some still creative
One
ways.
one small secret that I can say, maybe not all guys are as bad as me, but I'm extremely procrastinator with the gifting. So I wait until almost the last minutes, last second to pick a gift. So I would strongly recommend to send reminders to your mail segment if you have one. If not, create one and send them custom reminder, like constant reminders, maybe like once a week before the Valentine's Day to kind of, hey, did you buy the gift? Hey, did you buy the gift? Don't forget to buy the gift. It would be interesting. I never tested, but it would be interesting to see what kind of conversions it brings.
Right. No, you can totally like automate it even. I remember many years ago, we used to work with this like brand that was like delivering flowers to people, right? And I think
Oh yeah.
we created this like entire automation based on their like anniversary date. So I think we collected some data. We knew when their anniversary date is. And all we did, we created this flow where we were like automatically reminding them like, hey, Andrei, your anniversary is coming in a week. You can order now to be like delivered later. So yeah, that's also like a cool little idea for automation. Cool. Okay, so there you have it, February. And really quickly, let's talk about some March campaigns. For the monthly awarenesses, a few big ones are Women's History Months, National Craft Months, Optimism Months, and National Nutrition Months. So obviously great for supplement wellness brands, for women-centric brands. And no surprise that International Women's Day is actually on March 8th. And we do have some exciting examples for you guys. So Andrei, check this one out. This is like from our brand that we work with. So instead of like doing this side-wide promotion on all of the products for the supplements, we send it only to people who have at least once purchased something from Women's Health Collection. And then we just like gave them the discount code to people who haven't purchased anything from this brand in a while. And yeah, and basically we include...
You know what I would do? I would, to make it more special, I mean, this is amazing already, but to make it more special, I would mention that this is sale available only kind of to you versus like, it's not like site-wide thing.
Right. Yeah. What if someone who's like not women or does not identify with women, or who's like maybe like purchased something for their wife, partner, whatever, what if they are the part of that campaign? So I would probably
just
like
put
still
in parentheses, don't buy if you are not.
Yeah, Ukrainian marketing, Ukrainian rough marketing. No, I mean, it's a cool idea. If you have some sort of like supplements or something like women specific products, you can definitely promote them. But also if you are not in that industry, you can create something else. For example, you can maybe sell some products and give back the proceeds from that sales to some sort of like community that you support, or to some sort of like organization that you support. Or maybe you can promote some gift bundles or some like specific products. Andre, what like other ideas do you have for Women's Day? I mean, there are.
I do love that campaign that you have as example. Woman who inspired us.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah, so I think anything inspirational here, anything that to share story, it would be cool. It doesn't have to be only about the products.
Right. Yeah, it shouldn't be product focused. It should be more like customer focused, I guess. So March 17th is another big marketing holiday, the St. Patrick's Day. Are you guys celebrating St. Patrick's in New York? Is that a thing?
It's a big thing here. It's like we even have a parade on either on the Fifth Avenue or something. It's a huge holiday here.
Yeah, because I think
in green, everybody's like drunk here, so it's like a very commercial holiday, very commercial.
Definitely. And like most of these people have like nothing to do with Ireland or St. Patrick.
Like I bet if you ask them where Ireland located, they don't even know where it's on the map.
That's hilarious. But I mean, in America, you guys go big with like anything. I think it's in Chicago where they like literally color the river in green or something, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's
not
like
sure.
a big
Is
thing.
it true?
It is. I mean, it's like biodegradable thing, and it's like green for a few hours, but it's like literally that like Chicago River, like in the middle of the city, it's just like turns green, which is crazy. You guys go big or go home. That's America for you. I mean, there are like a lot of ways you can make this little holiday fun. I really like this email where they had mystery coupon code, like just like keeping the theme of like Irish luck and stuff like that. So they had a mystery sale where you could use the discount code, but you didn't know what that discount code would like give you, what sort of like discount it would give you. I think it's cute. It's very easy to create, right? A few more ideas is if you're launching any like green or Irish products, or if you have something like in stock, something like Irish themed, green themed, also like a good idea to talk about these products. Andre, what do you think about like these two emails?
I mean, they are very clean, and to release a new product on around that holidays is big, especially when if in the clothing, like in a apparel industry, it would be huge because everybody needs to wear something green. So if you sell socks, listen, I don't know how much it costs, but it would be cool for you to release St. Patrick themed like socks collection or green collection.
Right. I really like what this company that sells like green juices did. They like literally had this a huge big promotion that was promoting the green juices, not like the beer, not the traditional alcohol, but like something. When they were promoting something green, they were promoting green juices. Good for them. Yeah. Really cool little idea. And I mean, you can also do something fun. You can maybe like even quiz your customers while collecting some data about them, but also like quiz them on how well they know like Irish stuff or something like that. So that's a little fun holiday. Cool. Then March the 20th, the first day of spring.
I'm so confused about like first day of spring because for me it's like March 1st. But
right.
Here, why is March 20th?
I think it's like the North America thing, because like growing up, March 1st was the spring, right? Or like September 1st was the fall. But I think it's like an American thing because, or like the Canadian thing is apparently somehow connected to the way the seasons changes in the Northern Hemisphere.
Ah, I see.
But yeah, it's random. It's confusing. A lot of things are confusing in the States. But anyways, the first day of spring, definitely a big topic in marketing. If you have some spring collection that is launching, if you have some spring product or spring collections, definitely a good way to bring it up the first day of spring. What other like big topics for the spring that are happening, Andre? I mean, I know that the spring break is kind of like a thing in America as well.
Spring break is a huge thing in
right.
the US
so
as well.
I remember like a few years ago, one company I was following, they had this like your travel checklist campaign where they basically had like product recommendations of like what to buy for spring break or like what to pack and stuff like that. I think it's really cute. Yeah. You know what we've also done like last year that was like super successful for one of the brands that I work with. They have this like huge allergy collection because apparently spring allergies is like a big thing. So we did have like a big spring allergy promotion. It's not as festive, I guess, but it was like to the point. It worked really well for us.
Listen, I live in New York, and only in New York I have allergy in spring. So during COVID, I was in Florida. In Florida, I didn't have, at the same period of the year, I didn't have any allergy. When I was driving from Florida to New York, like around like Baltimore, I started to get allergy again. So I think something here is there some kind of a tree or something?
Yeah, well, subscribe to our emails, Andriy, because this year we plan to like automate this. And basically we're working on this flow for springtime. We will be capturing the leads through, first of all, the allergy collection and then through some of the blogs that are like allergy related. And we will be educating them on like different supplements that we have or on different like natural allergy relief strategies as well.
Yeah,
so definitely join our list. Cool. And I mean, the March 31st is the daylight saving time. It's like when the daylight saving time starts.
Just what kind of campaigns can you send on that day? Don't forget to change your clock.
I mean, it's probably like not as relevant anymore, right? Because like everything is like being changed automatically. What we do with my brands, especially those in the wellness industry, and I do have quite a few of those, we actually like a week before this event, we send an email on like how to prepare your body for the daylight saving time with some like recommendation for like food or nutrition, with recommendations on how to like adjust to new routines. And also, believe it or not, with recommendations on how to prepare your pet for the daylight saving time. Because while we can easily like adjust pets and kids, apparently for them, it's like harder. That's why we have this like huge daylight saving time campaign that specifically targets those people. Yeah.
Nice. This is cool.
Wow. Well, there you have it.
This is like Q1.
Q1. There you have it, you guys. Yeah. I mean, we do try to prepare everything like in quarters, right?
Yeah. Let us know what you think about this kind of brainstorming ideas, sharing what other brands do. Go to flowium.com/WhatsApp. We have a chat dedicated to this podcast, and let us know if you want to hear more marketing campaign ideas, or do you want us to cover something else.
Thank you so much, you guys. And we'll talk to you next week. Take care.
Hey, if you're watching this and you like what you see, please hit subscribe and hit the bell because it helps us grow our channel.